if I could just make this awareness out there, it's as if I have it in my heart and soul to tell and make knowledge out there of this situation. Because you know what? Knowledge is power. And now we're down to the first daily don't. Don't. Number one, biggest thing not to do. Don't. If you're a victim or concerned about a loved one, I'd like to give you 5 daily don't habits that I had used in order to stay safe while you have to deal with this coronavirus pandemic. Hi, I'm Andrea, and I'm new to YouTube, and I've walked in your shoes before. I know firsthand that a victim's mind is clouded. They live in fear, and they have no focus on what it is or what steps they need to do in order to think straight. It is my goal and mission to bring more awareness to my community and help them prevent abuse. So here are the 5 daily don't habits. Put them into action. Basically, it's all about action. Number 5, don't stay stuck. Whatever you do, just don't stay stuck in your mind. Get out of the fight or flight mode and try to bring yourself into your current situation, or try to get into your feelings of what you're feeling in the moment. Maybe write down your feelings. Try to make awareness of what they are, because that fight or flight makes us tend to freeze up. And when you freeze up, you automatically can't think things through, and you can't focus on maybe how to get out of the situation. But if you could just slowly ease into getting used to feeling your feelings, what's in your heart and what's in your soul. Try to think of nice things too, to try to get yourself out of that deep, dark kind of emotional state where you're kind of feeling down and depressed and not being able to break free from that depression state. Not feel depressed and not feel like I froze up and I was in that fight or flight mode. It's not necessarily meaning that it's going to get you into the state of mind where you're going to know exactly what you need to do next, but it's the beginning stages. So these are beginning stages to get you aware of getting out of that fight or flight and that stuck feeling. And now we're going to move on to number 4. Don't be negative. Whatever you do, keep your mindset positive, keep your focus positive, focus on your children, focus on their education and their schoolwork. Basically, the whole world is studying from home at this point. Or at least the United States. But try to not think negative, keep focus on positive. In all honesty, negativity does rub off on the children. I do have 2 children of my own. And when they see negativity, they start thinking that that's the normal, and they start becoming negative as well. And the whole goal about the awareness of domestic violence is to actually break the cycle. And if we're showing negativity and letting that be communicated to our children, then unfortunately the children might grow up with that if we don't try to break that cycle starting now. My situation was a very long time. It was basically from the birth of my daughter until she was 11 and a half years old. And a lot of that negativity did rub off on her. However, she's doing much better now, and we're very much focused on positive things in life, never doing negative mindsets or negative thoughts. Now we're going to get into the 3rd daily don't on my list. Don't sit around. Whatever you do, do not sit around. Find yourself an activity, get up, move around, go for a walk. If you're able to, just get yourself moving around. Maybe take 30 minutes out of your day. And if you're big into exercise, which I was, it kind of kept my mind moving and motivated. And body movement equals healthy stimulation for the body and for your mind. So definitely don't sit around. Whatever you do, get up, move around, walk around, do a little exercise. If you have the strength or the energy, do some push-ups or sit-ups or something like that. I was always doing some sort of activity, whether it be in the gym. I know gyms are closed these days, and I'm also talking to a wide range of people. Could be young, could be old, male, female. It helps to keep your circulation moving. It helps to keep your mind moving in the moment. It's similar to the fifth daily habit, the first one that I began with. It's just about being in the moment and breaking away from that depression state. Focused on your things. Don't focus on the abuser, or don't focus on the negativity in the household. Whatever you're doing for yourself, and you're doing for your children. If there's children there that need to be taken care of, just try to keep it a positivity. So they all kind of one plays right into the next. We're down to number 2. The second daily don't habit that I have for you is don't stop learning. Keep your head in the books. I've learned for myself that the more I've read, the more educated I've gotten. You could pick up a book, you could pick up a magazine, you could pick up a newspaper, you could even pick up your Kindle. Just read. It just gets your mind into another world, if you want to say, where you're not focused so much on your own necessarily. Know that it's pretty tough being in the situation that we're in now these days with this coronavirus, but definitely get yourself reading into some sort of books or novel, even something that takes you away in your mind, so you don't focus always constantly on the same thing as, well, you don't want to be focused on. You'll never break free from that cycle if you don't start from within. So start from within. Get yourself out of your mindset of the fog. Get yourself looking to read some books. Get into some magazines. If you could get online, try to look up some ebooks, maybe get into some stories. Just get yourself reading. And now we're down to the first daily don't. And this is a big one. This is the first daily don't habit that I suggest you never do with an abuser. Don't, number 1, biggest thing not to do, don't react. If I can't make this any clearer to you, do not react. Generally speaking, to go back to the first daily don't that I spoke of, number 5, it's sort of the fight or flight mode. You don't want to fight. You don't want to react. You don't want to go there. Just let the abuser do what they're going to do, say what they're going to say, let it go in one ear and out the next, or out the other, however you're supposed to say that. But do not react. They know what they're doing. They know how to push buttons. They do it to somebody like us, not me necessarily anymore, but in my past. But they know how to be manipulative. They know how to push the buttons. They know how to get you fired up and started, so you do get agitated and you do fight against them, or you do get feeling like hurt inside, and the only thing that you could do is defend yourself. Don't get into that phase. Just don't react to them. Just try. I don't know how more clear I can say this, but don't react. It's a big don't. The most number one daily don'ts of all the habits that I ever give. Do not react to an abuser. Do not react. Just let them go about their thing. Specifically, if they're narcissists, you do not want to react to them because they know exactly what they're doing. They know how to manipulate the system, if you want to say, and how to manipulate you, how to get what they want, that you are basically a slave to them because you're making yourself a slave to them, and they're just going to take advantage of it. I don't know how else to put that into other words. I'm fired up at this point because I feel it in my heart. I feel my heart pounding right now because this is how I used to be. I never knew how to get my feelings out to my abuser. I never knew how to say what it was. I never felt like I was seen before, like they never paid attention to me. It was always them. But I started learning. I started realizing. And you know what? It took 12 long years to figure this out. So finally, I figured it out. Been there, done it, went through all types of abuse, everything you could think of. And you know what? I'm proud to say that I'm standing here on my own 2 feet. I'm supporting myself, taking care of my children, taking care of my puppy, and taking care of what's necessary in life that needs to be taken care of. I'm able to do it. Unfortunately, I missed many years of my life. I am 44 years old, about to be 45 years old. And I must say, I would hate to see people suffer the way I suffered through so many years. If I could just make this awareness out there, it's as if I have it in my heart and soul to tell and make knowledge out there of this situation. Because you know what? Knowledge is power. I didn't have anybody that I knew that I could turn to and ask, or that I can figure it out. I had to do it on my own, so I figured it all out. Of course, I went through counseling and therapy and all kinds of stuff afterwards. Well, you just want to ignore them. Just ignore. Don't react, because they are going to do anything to trigger you. They're going to trigger and push buttons and make you agitated. You don't want to be agitated, but then they're going to start twisting things on you and making you think like they're going to make it like you're the bad person and you're the one arguing and you're the one starting the fight and you're the one that causes all the problems. And then that in turn will make them put their hands on you, say bad things to you, mess with your mind as much as you can. They're going to make you feel so terrible and say icky names and disgusting things and make you feel this big when you are not this big. You are this big. It's infinite. You're never this big, ever. Don't ever let anybody tell you or make you feel this big, because you're not. Whatever you do. There's just so much inside of me right now that I wish I can get out there and make this awareness. I wish I would have known it, because it's very hurtful. And I don't want to cry right now on my first video, but I'm going to tell you that the pain I endured, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, I would hate to see somebody out there dealing with it. And believe me when I tell you, it is the most heartbreaking thing when you turn around and you see your children dealing with it, because you're dealing with it. Oh my gosh, there's just so much. whatever you do, just don't react. I never gave myself awareness, I guess, and I never knew where to turn to. So if at all I can do anything, for people out there that are going through this abusive stuff, just please, I want to work with you guys, but I also want to work with people that are maybe out of their situation to show them, because there's many types of abuse out there, and nobody can just follow me for if they're in a very deep abuse. If you're in a very deep abuse where you're getting beat down and you're getting abused physically, like hurting, like I was, you have to go straight to the police. I took one day, just took myself, my daughter, my dog, and I went straight to the police. I know it's hard in this situation. I'm not saying it's easy. I'd like to give a little more information on that, but I can't do it right now in this video because this video was only focused on, for the moment, the 5 daily don't habits that I'd like you to focus on. And please, if there's any kind of situations or any kind of comments that anybody would like to leave below, just leave me comments and I will respond back to you. If there's something that you'd like me to talk about, make it my mission to help you or help them or help someone you love or somebody who's dealing with this kind of situation. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm shaking right now. I know that what I'm saying is going to help a few people, not everyone. I know what you're feeling. I know what you're going through. I know the pain. Please, if you can, focus on these 5 don't habits. Knowledge is power. All types of knowledge. So anything I can help you out there, just comment below. Leave me a comment. I will reply back to your comments. And if you liked my video, give it a thumbs up. Even if you didn't like my video, you're able to not like it. If you want to leave me a thumbs down, that's fine too. You know, I know what I've learned. I know what I have been through, and I've been through a long 12 years of it, so I know what I could help with. So look forward to my videos on Sunday mornings so I can give you more amazing awareness and help inspire you and keep you focused on your goals. Give me a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when my new videos will be coming out. Again, comment below and I will look forward to your comments so I can help you on the next videos and the next awareness that I'm going to provide. Thanks so much. Have a blessed day. Love you all.